Hey guys, what's up? It is Sam Cook for Sam Cook Live, and right now I'm at a secret location in downtown Toronto about to interview someone from one of my favorite shows, HBO's television series, Ballers. London Brown is going to be with me today, and we're going to be chatting to him about life as a comedian. Also, I'm going to try and get out of him his perfect date. I'm asking for a friend, of course. And also his character Reggie on Ballers. All that and more right here on Sam Cook Live.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
This is Sam Cook Live.
Hey guys, it is Sam Cook Live, and we are on location downtown Toronto in a secret location, and I'm so excited to have a very special guest with me today from HBO's Ballers. This is London Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to have you
Awesome.
here and hang out with you, and I have so many questions for you.
I'm ready.
And for people that don't know a lot about you, let me just tell them: actor, comedian, photographer,
A little bit.
and rumor has it, dancer, choreographer. Am I wrong?
I'm black. I dance a little bit.
Can I see? You got a couple moves there?
One of my special friends dance like that.
No, are you actually a choreographer and dancer?
Yeah, I have paid bills dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what kind of dancing?
I was teaching hip hop.
Really?
Yeah, I was teaching hip hop, and I worked. Used to work for a lot of after school programs, a lot of youth work. Has always been very important to me, and that was just one of those things because through the arts, young people are able to gain a discipline. So at least that's one of the things that I appreciate about the arts is it's a discipline. You got to work at it. It doesn't come overnight, and those work skills and work ethics was able to last with these young people. Hopefully into their adulthood. So yeah.
That's really cool. And who kind of inspired you to kind of work with youth? Because you talk about your mother a lot. I see it in a lot of interviews, and she must inspire you in some way. I mean, I think she's a big influence on you.
Yeah, my mother is always been very grounded, very spiritual, and I get a lot of my sound thinking from her. She's given me a lot of little nuggets along the way. One being London, don't tell everybody your business because everyone isn't happy for you. So to this day, I'm very, very hush-hush about a lot of things because, everyone isn't happy for you, and some people want to see you fall.
That's right.
So I don't give them any help in doing that. I just stay focused, try to stay very positive, and move forward. And if I can do that, and she will benefit from it.
That's right. Right.
If she's going to win, my mother, she gets, whatever I can do to help my mother, I will do it.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And I know you were talking a little bit about working with youth, and I heard that somehow your photography, maybe you're writing a book or something.
Right,
What was that about? And I heard that's to help some of the youth as well.
How that whole thing started, I used to work in an after-school program, and the students, we would give them snacks, but the students would waste the snacks. And so what I began to do is after work, I would collect the food, and I didn't want the food to go to waste. Too many hungry people out to be just wasting food. So I would take the food, feed the homeless, and with the food, and I just remember them being so grateful over a pear or peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Really?
And so that created the dialogue between them and I realized that homeless people are people too. And that's the hashtag of it, and I just want people to. My theory is never to put anybody down, but also not to kiss up to anybody because people are people.
That's
At
right.
the end of the day, who we are, in our hearts is really what's important to me. And after talking to these people, I realized that a lot of them just fell on hard times.
Yeah.
Some have fought for the country, got divorced, went into depression and everything, lost their homes. So this book of photography is just capturing a bunch of moments that I've been able to see throughout traveling and of homeless people and so forth, and want to use some of those proceeds to give back to them. I don't know whether that means blankets or food. I don't know.
That is unbelievable. Because you know what? I think everybody has a story.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I could interview, that person or that person, and it doesn't matter. They don't have to be on, a
Right.
hit TV show. Everybody has a story.
Everyone has a story.
And the fact that you understand that and you are doing things to help people because everybody is a human being. So
that's at the end of the day, man. I get it, man, because I like connecting with people.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So, but no, the only way to really do that, we gotta take time to have a conversation. We gotta not be afraid. I'm not with all. I'm just, let's connect. That's what I'm about. So.
Well, connecting is part of one of the other things that you do as well, and it's a hard job. Comedian. I mean, I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to be so good at it, and I'm going to talk about, all these women issues, and it's going to be funny. And I tried it, and it is not easy to stand there, walk out, everyone's staring at you, but you got to connect. And how do you do that?
You know what? Excuse me. Jokes really come down to truths and honesties within ourselves. So, for example, if I did a joke about losing my dog, the way I set that up would be on the lines of, it's really hard when you lose something special to you because you never forget. Now, in that simple premise, everyone can make their own connection to what they've lost. Pull them in that way, and then we go into my personal, which is about whatever, the dog.
Right.
But that's what people are connecting to. That's why, again, as comedians, we have to read the audience of, let's say, sometimes if it's a club, 150, 200 people, or if it's an auditorium, a few thousand, whatever, we have a few seconds to size up the room. That's why usually comedians say, how's everybody doing? We're feeding and listening and seeing what's going on. So we'll know how to engage. So as far as connecting, that's why it's not really difficult for me to size people up on a one-on-one, because I have to do it for a room every night as a muscle. So on a one-on-one level, between a homeless person or someone at the mall or someone who recognizes me from the show, I can kind of figure them out and see, what's going on? Is there insecurity, or are they cool, good energy? Good energy, we're connecting. Yeah! Boom. So with doing stand-up, it's that's why it's so humbling. Sometimes, when I have a great set, people be like, yo, did good job, stay humble. Comedy is humbling. Yeah. I could do a show the night before, get a standing ovation, and then the next night, people, for whatever reason, it's too cold outside. They don't want to. I did a show one time, and I was hosting, and they were like, the audience was tight, as we say. They weren't laughing as much. I was like, I got out of my set and said, yo, what's going on here? And something was weird. And so, aren't you guys laughing? They said, it's too hot. I said, it's too hot? I said, yeah, if it's too hot, we're going to sweat if we laugh. So we're not really laughing. It had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with me, my material. After we discussed that and we broke it down, put the AC on, and they laughed.
Wow,
so
that's
it's all
insane.
kind of factors, Sometimes people come in with heart issues. I don't know what people are dealing with. But when it comes to the show, it should be at least one place where they can laugh for a couple moments and, regroup and get some life again.
I mean, this is what is going to make you go so far in this business, because I feel like a lot of people, they're just like, I'm an actor, I am a comedian, but you connect with people on such a deeper level, and just, that's why you're so amazing. You're amazing to me.
I'm all right.
You are all right.
Come on, somebody.
Now, when you are writing jokes, I'm just curious, and maybe my audience is curious as well, but how do you do that? Do you sit in a dark closet and tune out the world, or where do you write?
For me, I do most of my writing on stage, meaning whatever the situation is or difficulty is, sometimes I'll take it right on stage and say, yo, this is what happened to me. And I go through the thing, and then I listen to myself. I have thousands of recordings of just listening to my set, and the audience tells me to find out where they want me to go from the laugh. So it really is a real relationship between me as the stand-up and the audience, because they're helping guide me, throughout my material. I throw the topics out. I go back and say, the audience laughed here. They laughed at that, okay. And I start to build legs upon these stories and go from there. So they're all very honest.
So you really study them, and you study your own art. You watch yourself back and you study.
Yeah, we got a list. My phone is filled with sets that I've done, and you cringe, and but you go through, that's part of the process, just trying to get better.
Now, one of the things you do in your sets, and to me, it's like, if you do it right now, I'll probably cry because I think it's so funny, is you do a mean Denzel Washington impression. And I know probably everybody gets you to do it. And
no, listen, it's okay. It's all right. I'm glad to be here and do an interview with her, and she's asking good questions. and I'm all right. Boom.
Oh my God, Denzel.
No, don't worry about it. It's okay. I got tons of fans. Okay?
Oh, Denzel is hot, baby.
Hot on fire. Cajun chicken hot.
Have you ever done that in front of him?
Not yet.
They talk about 6 degrees of separation. I work with his son. Shout out to John David Washington, incredible actor and holding it down. So, I may not be too far. That would be a real pleasure for me to work with Denzel. Man, I think he's really just awesome.
He's a big part of your act too. Like people must ask you all the time for that because it's bang on.
Sometimes because we got material, we can some material, but I'll go to certain clubs and the owner says, "Man, I brought my auntie, do the Denzel." I'm like, okay, I do the joke, but I never get tired of it personally. I guess because it's fun. I like hearing Denzel talk about random things. I ordered a chili cheese dog, and I ordered with bread. And I put bread and mustard on the dog. Boom. And for me, it's funny.
Oh my God, the ladies love it.
I've called a couple people have said, man, call my mother, man, act like Denzel.
And have you done it?
I've done it a couple times.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Just they're good people. So.
But like, speaking of the ladies, and I'm asking for a friend, but I mean, what would be your perfect date? Because I can imagine being a celebrity and walking around, women, like, how do you find someone that's real and likes you for London Brown?
The qualities I look for, I like a woman who, she's not quiet, but she reads as quiet. Very secure, confident, and comfortable. Because I know that this can be an interesting situation for a woman to be in, because there are times people come up, they want to take pictures and different things like that, and I try to be respectful and acknowledge those people because people don't even have to talk to me. So I always try to make time to do that. But I, dressed and comfortable. I like a woman that's put together. Or if not, I will style her, or dress her along the relationship or whatever.
Take her on a little shopping spree, maybe?
Whoa, that's different. Hold on.
Get the credit card out.
Hold on. This is only season 4 so far. I got rent. Let's not get that out there. No, but what I do is I will, I try to balance it out. Meaning, if I go on a date, I say, hey, I ask her if there's something that she wants to see me in a particular color, or because sometimes I don't know, a woman may like, me in hats or something. So I'll try to do that, but in the same breath, I would tell her, say, I think these looks look really nice on you, and I will ideally suggest these styles that I think would ultimately bring out the best in them, that would keep my eyes on them. Because sometimes women will say, well, the man should be looking at me anyway. Yeah. But we will look at you, but to keep our eyes on you. There's certain things sometimes people, I understand that some women, they just dress to be comfortable, and I'm like, that's cool, but now how about this? And I just add a small touch of things only to bring out again the best in her. So
now when you go home, I mean, you are always styled to the nines. You look amazing. I've seen you in hats. I've seen you in these florals. And when you go home, do you just go whoosh, 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 and put on a nice comfy pair of pajamas? Come on, be honest, because you are like
I do.
Fashion guru here.
I'm a white t-shirt, gray sweats kind of guy.
Nice.
Baseball cap, everyday kind of guy. But I do know that our reputation is based on our consistency. So if I want to be known for being a well kind of kept guy, then I should make sure to be very consistent with it, only so that it becomes a part of me. I like being kind and being funny, whatever it is. I just want to be consistent.
Right.
But also clothes make us, or at least, well, I can't even say me, but us as clothes affect our emotions. Like
they really do. Yeah.
Sometimes when you throw on a nice black slate, it just puts you in it's a different, strong, and it's different things, Yeah. And so this is why they have so many. They have these stores just for women's lingerie, because guys are visual. We want to see this. We want to see it, and so for me, I try to just balance it out and be well dressed, for her, but ultimately for myself, so that if I'm comfortable in my skin, I can be comfortable. I can be present. It's hard to be present when I'm thinking about, oh man, I wonder if my tie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I just want to be comfortable, and then like stuff like this, footage is forever. So
That's true. It lives on the internet
it
forever.
lives, man. So I want to be consistent with when people Google London and they start pulling up these incredible interviews done with yourself, and say, oh, you know what? He's been thinking about this idea for a while, of trying to just be together. I think about that when I look at Will Smith. Will Smith is always clean.
You know what he is? I have never ever seen him in any pictures or any movies or anywhere walking around with the track pants on. Like I don't think I've seen him do that.
The guy is clean.
He's got it together.
Diddy is clean. There's a couple guys I said, man, I want that. That's what I think about. I'm like, man, I want people to see me and associate me with those kinds of things. So that's what I'm working on.
When you were younger, did you know you were going to be a star?
I knew I was different. I knew that I've always felt like I had an it at some point. I didn't know to what degree, but just growing up, I've always stood out, but I didn't understand what that was and why. In grade school, I remember I could draw, and that was, this is actually when I started to experience my first indulgence with what we call haters. But I didn't understand that in the third grade. I remember we had like a talent day. You bring whatever you do. I wrote a portfolio of art, and I remember my friends. We were friends before, but after the teacher was like, and this is what London did. And she showed them the thing, and my friend stopped talking to me. I didn't know what that was about. Now I understand.
Yeah.
But I've always I always for sure knew I was going to be an artist. I just didn't know what type. Because again, I thought I was going to be an animator for Disney because I could draw. And then I was a musician growing up, and so I didn't know what.
You do everything. You
know what? I feel like I've been given these gifts because God knew I would give them away. Our gifts are not for us.
No, exactly.
I could be an incredible photographer, but in my basement, what good is that if I don't get the art in the world? And because sometimes we see photos and they affect us and they inspire us and whatever they do to us. And I feel that way with a lot of things I do. I'm supposed to give them away. It's not about me. I'm humble enough to even just to be the recipient of these things. So,
you said a word that struck a chord with me. You said the haters. Do you have a lot of people that hate on you for what you do, or do they see the good in you and what you're trying to do aside from being an actor? I mean, you're more than that. So do you have a lot of people that hate on you?
I feel not openly, not so much openly. I can feel the energy sometimes when I walk into a room, to the point where what I used to do, I used to really try to, and I'm still working on this. I tried to like dim my light, if you will. But I realized that it's out of my control. It's the light that, whatever light that people are getting from me, I have no control over that. It's not me. So I can't control it if I wanted to. And so also what I realized is that with haters, they just, ultimately what it comes down to is they just want they wish they can do what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And they can if they stop focusing on people doing what they want to do.
Exactly.
Everyone has something that they're good at, whether they realize it or not. Mm-hmm. They have to take time. Okay, like the Beyoncés of the world had their parents and they saw the thing and they started to nourish it very early. Everyone has something that they're good at. Yeah. I think they just have to take time to find it and not be afraid to fail and go after it and say, whatever it is that you do really, really well, that is a gift. That's not like people, I think, just miss a lot of the things that they do well. They just think, oh man, I cook. No, that's special. Go and do the thing that makes you happy. It will change your life. I'm living it. I try to get everybody around me to go after the thing. Yeah. Your life change. Your energy is up. You become an infectious person. People will become drawn to you, and then all the attention that haters go about getting the attention the wrong way. If they would just focus on being good at the thing that they're supposed to do, all the attention will come. But they think by trying to bring you down,
that it's going to lift them up. No,
never works. It never works.
So, being on the set of Ballers, there's a lot of positive people on that set, and one being
Yeah, Duane.
Duane. And I mean, that man wakes up at the crack of dawn and he's got such an amazing work ethic. Have you learned anything from, I mean, you're already a great guy, but have you learned any additional, maybe life skills is the word I'm looking for from working with him?
Absolutely. Season 2 of Ballers, I mean, we had to be on set like 6 a.m. and I'm stretching, at 6.
Tired.
And I see Duane, just finished up 2 laps. I was like, what? He was in the gym at 3. I said, oh.
Really?
He was up. I looked at I said, oh my God. I said, oh, I get it. In that single moment, I said, I have to change how I move about. So now, one of my habits is anytime I'm on set, I always hit the gym before I'm on set. It creates a focus that, first of all, I'm not a gym dude. I go like 5 days, but I hate going. But the discipline that you get from doing something like that transfers into the things that you really want to do. And so he's a nice guy. Very, very nice guy. And when I'm in that position, I only aspire to continue to be, that nice, or be as nice as he is, because there's no egos. There's no egos on set, period. And I think that is on set, it's a reflection of him, because he could come in with a serious entourage, and we could have got the memo. Don't look Duane in the eye.
Yeah.
But he's cool, and I just got a lot of respect for him, because if he wanted to be that guy, he could, and you would have to say, okay, he's the biggest star, but he's not, which makes him even more incredible. Oh man!
So he really is as nice as
he's a nice guy,
just like you.
I'm trying to be very, very nice. I try to be a kinder person. That's the least I can do.
Yeah.
Is try to be kind.
Now, talk to me about your character on Ballers.
Reggie.
Fat
Reggie.
Why? So I forget. Why do they call you Fat Reggie again? I forget.
Well,
I have seen all 4 seasons, but I just forget.
No, initially, it's a very common question. Initially, well, obviously there's nothing about me that is fat, but Fat Reggie was initially, I think, they had someone heavy set in mind. Well, I for sure was in the audition room with guys who weighed much more than I do. But I think they just decided to go with my choices. They like the choices that I went with for Reggie. And I actually think it's a great balance, because I'm a slimmer guy and my friend is heavy, so it works on camera. It just works. And so anyway, that's how Reggie came about. They just decided to go with me on it. And so Reggie is, in season 1, he was he was immature. He didn't really know how to go about protecting his friend, but ultimately that's what he was trying to do, which was look out for his friend. But he didn't know how to go about it properly. But Fat Reggie hanging out with Joe Crutel, played by Rob Corddry. Rob Corddry's character is showing Reggie how to really understand the numbers and work them properly and be more responsible. So people are now starting to enjoy Reggie a lot more going, this come around into season 4. So
now, is Reggie going to appear more in season 5?
You know what? It's really up to the writers. I don't know how they're doing it, because initially Reggie's only supposed to be reoccurring, which would have been maybe 2 episodes anyway. But for them to decide to make me one of the stars of the show, I'm glad that it worked out. And so I try to give them as much as I can give them, to work with, whether being the antagonist playing across from Duane, or the comedic stuff that me and Rob find that I think the fans of the show really enjoy. They like us together. So we'll see. Hopefully, man.
Wait, season 5.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. Now, moving forward, after season 5 of Ballers, even if there's a season 6, 7, 8, which I hope there will be, what do you want to do in the future? Movies? Like, what's your big goal?
Oh, this is very easy, because I've dreamt about this. Everything I'm doing now is very methodical. Meaning, the goal was to first find the thing that I'm supposed to do, which is stand-up. That's my thing that I enjoy. But from there was to land a sitcom, or like what I'm on now, TV series, so I can be in the homes. I can become familiar in the homes of people on a regular basis. From there, take that audience from the TV show, which is Ballers, take them into the movie theater to do the big films, bring that audience from the films right back to the comedy clubs. It's very clear. I know exactly what the plan is, because I've dreamt about it. I've thought about it. Everything is going towards the goal. If it doesn't line up to the goal, negate it. It's going to slow you down. Don't become distracted.
You are unbelievable. I am so happy that I'm here with you. And before we wrap this up, I always ask the same question to all my guests. I would like you to tell me 3 things that you are grateful for.
3 things I am grateful for. I would have to say my family, my mother in particular, because she just holds it down. My ability, the arts, and just me being an artist, because I could have been, and this is no disrespect, of course, I could have been an incredible mechanic, you know, and I'm sure I would have enjoyed that if that was what I was supposed to do, but I'm so grateful to be an artist. And then I think the next thing is, you know what, just being healthy. You know, I think that's not bad. I'm alive, you know, because everyone didn't see today, so that's enough for me to be very grateful for.
Absolutely, yeah, no, for sure, because health is a big thing, because I was unwell for a while, and just you take it for granted. You take for granted, like, you wake up and you're like, okay, I feel good today, and then the day that you don't feel well, you're like, it's hard. It's really hard. So I think that is a great answer, and no one has ever said that on my show.
Hey, man, before we end, she's incredible.
Aww.
She knows her stuff.
Thank you.
I do enough interviews thanks to Charisma Agency. My publicist Karen, she does a great job of keeping me busy. I do enough interviews, and you'd be surprised. You would think that they'd be prepared. People are not prepared. Can I see those?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, for sure.
This is what people do. So London, you're black. They don't know. They don't know. They have not done research.
Oh my gosh.
They don't know. She's very prepared. She knows her stuff. She's
Thank you.
No cue, just sharp.
You know why? Because I see that light around you from the moment I saw you when I said, can I interview you? Because I see it. I feel it. And I know you're just going to be so huge. And I hope when you get to that big place where you're in films and everything that you want to be, that you remember Sam Cooke Live and say, I'm going to go back on that little show that I did.
It's going to be so great to pull the footage up and be like, oh my gosh, you're on your 3rd such and such film. I'm like, I know.
I can't wait, and I will be your biggest fan.
I can't wait. I appreciate it. Thank you for even seeing the light, because everybody doesn't see the light.
I see the light.
That's a whole other thing, not to be verbose about this, but that's what makes these people in these beginning stages so special to me, because everyone sleeps on you in the beginning. People wait till you're a big deal, but by that time it's too late. Everyone, because now sometimes I run to girls and say, oh my God, I don't know what it is, but I just see something special. You're gonna make it. I'm like, well, 5 seasons in, I know you said now, but what about when the first show I didn't get picked up for season 2?
Yep.
So these interviews and the team and my reps and I'm glad people are even willing to sit down and talk to me, because it's dope.
You got it.
Awesome, Sam.
I'm so excited.
Of course I'm going to remember that name.
Sam Cooke, you can't forget me.
Can't. Awesome.
I appreciate you coming on the show on Sam Cooke Live. Thank you so much. London Brown, love him.
Boom.